Very warm good afternoon to everyone. Dr. Chatterjee, the Guru is here. So, when the Guru is there in the temple of Shaolin, we only bow our heads, and as Gayatri also just spoke before me. For us, it is very nostalgic. And for me personally, I must say, and I don't know if even my colleagues here remember, the first rules were notified on 27th of February 2014, and that happens to be my birthday also. So for me, it was a personal game changer also. We were talking about game changing in CSR for somebody like me who was coming from the Tech Mahindra Foundation. I was working very closely with Anand and Keshav Mahindra and Mr. Vinod C. Khanna, who was the founder of the Tech Mahindra Foundation. And having been part of an NGO myself since 1992, I had worked on the ground and I had worked on grant management, but I had no idea of policy. And that's when I got an opportunity and I got a call from Dr. Chatterjee to come and meet him. And I consulted my dad, who was the former Secretary Government of India himself. He told me, if you get a chance to work with Bhaskar, then forget about a Harvard PhD. Just go there and just learn and immerse yourself. And that turned out to be, as I say, an amazing experience between 2012 to 2017. And subsequent to that, I've been very deeply involved in the actual implementation, because I felt once you've seen policy and have been part of it, it is extremely important to be on the ground to see whether policy is reaching the ground or not. So as part of, when you see the topic, the roller coaster or a smooth one, as Dr. Chatterjee also said, it is not necessarily going to be easy. Some amazing insights have happened, Dr. Sushi and all the colleagues here who are all part of the CSR ecosystem. Amazing synergies can be seen on the ground. And what we all were part of with under Dr. Chatterjee's leadership, and my colleagues Gayatri and Gitanjali here would agree, for us, it was a monumental period when you are part of creating history. And then now when you see it on the ground, and as we almost end one decade, we find that initially corporates were hesitant, but they came on board. Then I found that governments are now today very deeply involved in CSR partnerships. And just about last week, I was in Madhya Pradesh. We are looking to sign up a corporate with the government of Madhya Pradesh on 21st century skills, which is the new national education policy. We are finding members of parliament very closely involved in development in their constituencies through CSR. So somewhere CSR has strengthened the democratic fabric in the country, I would say. I am also honored to be working with the Indian Army in Kashmir since the last 6 years, and I'm finding that CSR is playing a very deciding role in Kashmir to integrate it in a very meaningful way with the main country, India, of which Kashmir has always been a part. But interestingly, I'm finding in our project site last couple of years, our staff members who are local Kashmiris have been wishing us Happy Deepavali, Merry Christmas, and they've been, unfurling the national flag at our Chinar Center in Baramulla, which was a very heavily terror-infested area. So when I see this topic today, a roller coaster or a smooth ride or whatever, what I can definitely say, and as we began with Dr. Chatterjee here, I can say it with great confidence, sir, that when we said that it is a game changer, the game changes over a period of time, actually. And you have to allow the game to change. And when you see 10 years, 8 years down the line, because this 27th February, we will hit the 8th year, I'm seeing these amazing transformational changes on the ground. And in many ways, I can say that CSR, in a way, has done a surgical strike on the development sector. Like we did a surgical strike on Balakot. CSR has to be 2%, very minimum amount of money, but very high impact. Very high impact. So it is a game of compliance with impact. And we just had the Form CSR2 coming out a couple of days ago, and I'm sure Dr. Chatterjee will talk more about it. Some more interesting insights are going to come from him. When yesterday Gayatri, my colleague, former colleague, and I were discussing Form CSR2, and we were, comparing how it, measures to the amendments a year ago. This is such an amazing legislation, and I remember when we were there at the ministry and at the IICA. It is an amazing depiction of the strength of Indian democracy, I would say. Because in a democracy, we choose our leaders. There are elections unfolding in 5 states today. We choose these people who go to parliament or to the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, Vidhan Sabha, Vidhan Parishad. They make laws. And if those laws begin to play on the ground and begin to change the face of the nation, then I think we can say that we can be proud Indians. So today, as we speak on this platform, I feel very honored for being given this opportunity, Dr. Sushi, and we did the first dialogue with you at the India International Center, I remember with Dr. Rajavardhan Rathod and Mr. Sinha was there. He couldn't come in. It is an absolutely, it is like it gives you goosebumps. And today we are also conducting trainings as Gayatri was, also does, and I also do a lot of these trainings that we conduct. We find today, and sir, you would be happy. I remember you saying that when a new legislation came up, like management came and the IIMs happened. Today, I'm finding that there are so many young kids who are in the early 20s who want to take up CSR as a career. And when you see that, when you see the Young India Fellowship in Ashoka, you see a Teach for India, or you see a Gandhi Fellowship from the Piramal Foundation, the young blood which is coming in, it gives us so much of hope and happiness that as we go forward, and the Prime Minister recently mentioned about the next 25 years, which will be the 100 years of India's independence, we feel that we have a good bench strength of very proud Indians who will transform this country, and CSR has a very, very key role to play. And what began as much of roller coaster, I think, is smoothing out a bit. And I think while the roller coaster will continue, but the ones to make it smoother are also there, and that gives us a lot of joy and happiness. So I would like to kind of end my initial narration by saying this, Dr. Sushi, and over to you.